Hey everyone, I'm AI Manick, here to keep things moving while the real Manick gets ready to step in. Welcome back to the 12 Days of Christmas live series. We'll be starting in just a few minutes, and today is about two parallel tracks that matter if you care about long-term outcomes. On one track, you've seen the agent, software that monitors, reasons, and executes across your site without waiting for manual input. It handles scale, speed, and consistency in ways humans simply can't. On the other track is the human side of SEO, knowing how search actually works, understanding trade-offs, being able to look at a recommendation or an automated action and immediately tell whether it makes sense. That second track is easy to ignore when automation gets good, but it's the difference between relying on tools and actually being dangerous with them. Today leans into that balance. How execution gets handled by systems, while understanding, judgment, and strategy stay sharp on your side of the keyboard. If you've ever felt like SEO knowledge was scattered, outdated, or locked behind opinions instead of proof, you'll want to stay for this one. While we wait, feel free to drop your questions into the chat, whether it's about the agent, core SEO concepts, or real-world scenarios you're dealing with. I'll collect them so Manick can break them down live. Get comfortable and stay locked in. We're about to start, and today sets a new baseline for how SEO gets understood and executed.
All right, and we're live. Welcome back. Hey guys, how's it going? Great to see you guys back here for day four of the 12 days of Search Atlas. Let's give that soundboard some love. And today I'm also really excited because today it's a little bit something different than maybe what you guys are expecting. You're probably expecting some software. Well, if you've been here for each of the 12 days so far, day one, we really brought you something special, didn't we? It was the agentic SEO and PPC operating system known as Search Atlas Brain. And then on day two, we brought in our leaderboard, where the best marketers compete against each other based on their real results. Not hype, not fluff, but real gains. And oh man, during the challenge, was that fun to see. You guys compete with each other for the top positions and also the prizes that we gave away. Pretty cool. And then on day three, we launched powerful new content engineering and publishing capabilities into the Content Genius and Search Atlas Brain. But today is different, as I mentioned. It's something that I know many of you have been waiting for. Perhaps all year, we get a lot of messages about this. And honestly, I'm excited to finally give it to you because it's something that we put a lot of time and effort into. So let's have a look at the Vesta board. What do we got? On the fourth day of Christmas, what does Search Atlas have for me? Let's get a little drum roll going here. Oh, the suspense. Day four, the certification program, testing, and the AI SEO Mastery Course. It's actually AI SEO Mastery Course should have been in the front, and then behind that is certification, and there's also a testing component to it. Yes, finally. I know you guys are hyped. This has been something that has been in the works for a long time, and honestly, it's something that I'm really excited about. We've put a lot of time and effort into this. This is the course that I wish I had when I started in the industry over a decade ago. This is the course that I wanted. And what's great about it, and I'll take you guys through the course today, it really encompasses a lot of information. Over 400 pages of work and research were synthesized to make this course for you. So let me tell you guys a little bit about it, and then we'll actually get into it. We can actually look at some of the modules and talk through what's in there. So yes, we are opening the doors to our AI Search and SEO Mastery course. It is the result of a lot of real research into real patents and real testing that we've been doing with Search Atlas Group for the last 10 years, including from our client campaigns, all brought together so you can understand search and the ranking systems the way that the search engines themselves actually look at them. I want to tell you what I think makes this course special and different. What's cool about it is that at its core, it synthesizes knowledge from multiple foundational pillars of modern search. So yes, of course, Google patents, analyzed, decoded, organized, explained, so you can understand the mechanics behind how search works at a fundamental level. It also gets into the leaked data artifacts from Google and their APIs, including what we learned from the Content Warehouse API leak, and how we can use Google's actual data storage models to give insight into how we execute campaigns. There's also original white papers and primary research in this. So as our research team and our data science team, we work together to produce these white papers for you guys and also for ourselves so that we can do evidence-driven SEO. We're also adding it to the course so that you guys have access to that research and that knowledge and can see what's actually going on. For those of you that have been tuning in and join us for our live event in Austin, Texas, our live event in Miami, our Search Atlas live event in New York City, you guys saw a lot of research, but we keep doing more research. And you know why? Because search doesn't stop changing. It keeps evolving. And there's more that we need to understand and do, especially as the landscape becomes more diversified, more fragmented, and agentic search experience begins to be the dominant form and format that we get used to seeing. So this is not about fragmented hacks, it's about holistic search. It doesn't treat SEO as a checklist. Instead, we're trying to bring together our unique holistic methodology, including and referencing classic ranking theory, classic information retrieval science, semantic and entity understanding, user signals and how those influence search engines differently depending on the search engine, LLMs and how the LLMs gather their data, how they index that data, and how the data becomes eventually the answer that you read, and the factors that influence that, and other answer engine mechanics. And so for each of these, we tie it back to primary research, to patent filings, to real experiments that we've run in-house. So this is not just about Google SEO. This is about all the different incarnations of SEO, okay? So that focuses also on ChatGPT and the other large language models. It focuses on AI search interfaces and any LLM-driven result surface that we're coming across, including AI mode. So you're gonna find in here experiments you won't find anywhere else. Our team has run a series of controlled experiments to serve as what actually moves the needle. You guys have probably seen, if you were at these events, what we call Petri dish SEO, which if you've spent a couple days in a bio lab or a chem lab, you understand what that's about. It's about creating a contained environment where we can run an experiment inside a search engine and observe. And so you'll learn about Snackachusetts and all the things we learned from Snackachusetts and other Petri dish experiments that we've ran, single variant testing to really figure out what moves the needle. Now, not all those experiments were successful, I might add, okay? Like a true researcher, sometimes the things you research and you try, they don't land. And so you're gonna see what worked, you're also gonna see what didn't work. So if you are a traditional, let's say, SEO professional or a content strategist working on a brand or supporting multiple businesses, or maybe you're a product leader or a founder trying to win real visibility inside answer engines on Google and ChatGPT, or maybe you're an AI enthusiast who's just really interested in this stuff and wants to understand at a more technical level, foundational level, how these engines reason. My course, it's going to give you the frameworks, evidence, and models rooted in science and material, not opinion. And so super excited to give this to you guys, and let's dig in a little bit. All righty, let's check the chat. Sweet, Anthony, thanks. You like this jacket. Me too, it's one of my favorites. And just looking at the comments section, I can see you guys are super excited about this course. So I'm going to show you, a little bit about it. Let's take a look. Okay. So the doors are open now on the course. I will drop a link to it in the show notes. We will also be today at the AI Search Summit. We'll be talking about how you can also get access to the course as a part of offers for your Search Atlas account. So if you go with us today on certain plans or certain options, we're going to be giving you a special promo for the course. So make sure you check that out today. And by the way, today is going to be fire. Today we're getting into smart ads and how we use the Search Atlas brain for creating Google ad campaigns, auditing Google ad campaigns, and improving their performance. All of that is going to be covered today, and actually a lot more as well. But anyways, let's look at what's in the course. So what you're going to get here is the holistic AI search framework. You're going to get fundamentals and training materials that, frankly, we use internally to train our team. We've been using this for a long time. There's a big focus on the technical SEO aspect. So you're going to get mastery over technical SEO and how that impacts AI visibility. It also includes content engineering and semantic SEO modules that talk about the mechanics. So if you guys joined the AI Search Summit yesterday, you guys got pretty much like a professor masterclass into semantics and content engineering at a very deep level. The course is going to expand upon that and go deeper into some areas that just frankly, I didn't have time to get into. And also for the audience, I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with information, but the course lets you take it in your own time. And by the way, as you go through these modules, there are quizzes that you can use to make sure you've gotten the key concepts, that you've really understood it. And I'll talk more about how those quizzes are going to become a certification inside the Search Atlas platform through two components. One component is actually doing the tests and proving that you understand the source material. And there are levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. In order to get to level 2 and 3, you have to complete level 1. And so it's a progression. Level 1 is frankly the more foundational stuff that's more easy just to understand holistic search as a whole. And it also includes the second part, which is a live audit. It actually is we actually are going to launch this into Search Atlas hopefully tomorrow, where you can run a certification audit inside your account, where it'll actually look at what you've done inside your account and analyze it and determine if you've actually implemented the system correctly and give you feedback, give you an audit, give you score, give you suggestions about what you can do differently. Okay. To keep banging on a couple other points, we've also got GEO, generative engine optimization in the course. A big focus was put on this because, as we know, we're seeing rapid expansion in these AI search engines, ChatGPT. There's also a module dedicated to UX and engagement signals in a really, I think, scientific way that goes into how Google are collecting this. And by the way, as we continue to do more research, this course stays up to date, because this is the foundation of not just a one and done course that we're going to put out there and then it's over. This is the foundation. This is a live knowledge base where we are trying to certify the next generation of AI search engineers, okay? So obviously I designed the course, put a lot of thought into the content. Armand also supported in this effort tremendously, so thank you, Armand. Let's give him a round of applause. And now to some of the modules. So we begin with the foundations of AI search holistic, focusing on math, not magic, evidence-backed SEO. Then we get into Google patents, and we kind of cluster these patents into the areas of search that they pertain to understand how modern search works. We then go deeper into some of the more recent Google patents and look at the shifts to how their models are working with Movera and embeddings. And then we transition into a baseline for your SEO. We cover the holistic SEO framework, each of the pillars, and then we also look at the machine that is Google, and we examine how they do crawling, indexing, and scoring of content. Then we get into the technical side, which cover the key components of our website that deliver basically allow the search engines to understand where our information is and whether they should or should not crawl us, which is, of course, sitemap and robots. Also, the role of the different meta tags. We talk about the site architecture, how to structure sites with URLs. We also get into schema. Stay tuned, by the way, for another day on the 12 days for a massive drop related to schema inside auto. But essentially in this, you're going to learn more about that. You're going to learn about crawl budget optimization. You're going to learn about content engineering and topical relevance. This is a really important module because instead of taking what Google say good content is, it covers this topic in a bit of a different lens. One of the patents that I really found fascinating and so powerful was Google's knowledge-based trust patent that they put out, where they basically attempted to use the information on your website to determine your authority and your credibility. And it's essentially the foundation of their topical relevance algorithm that we learned kind of the first shade of from that patent. So we talk about that patent. Then we get into building a content strategy, how we create pages, the entities that are in there. We talk about micro semantics, we talk about macro semantics, but we also make it simple and easy to understand. We also cover AI content engineering at scale. So AI assisted workflows and algorithmic authorship. And that area of study is always evolving. So we're constantly doing more work there. Then we get into authority. So talk about how we build trust and consensus online. Then we talk about user experience, CRO, semantic mirroring. Semantic mirroring gets more into paid media and how we can take search concepts from SEO land, right? For how we cluster our keywords and how we group them based on intent and semantics of search and reflect that back in the ad copy that is used as well as our landing page. So that's really cool because a lot of SEOs don't realize that there are often applications for all the things that we do on the search side, on the paid media side. And by the way, there are algorithms that they use on the paid media side that also have cognates on the SEO side. So there's a lot to be gained learning both disciplines. The course wouldn't have been complete without the local module and GBP. So we also talk about local and GBP mastery. Yesterday, if you guys were in the AI Search Summit, you guys saw something really cool, which is the local ranking factors dashboard that we've created. It is essentially going to be a live updating dashboard, a local ranking factor matrix for each local business type. And so what we've done in this is we've analyzed a very large portfolio of Google business profiles, their reviews, their authority scores, their web scores, their semantic relevance of their profiles, the review counts, semantic relevance of the reviews, and more and more and more. And you're able to analyze and check out how different industries, what their ranking factors are, and see them in a really visual way with a lot of insights and a lot of comparisons as well as forecasting. And so this is really cool where you can also examine, if I boost my profile completeness, for example, what is my projected gain that I'm expecting to see? So all of this part of the course to help you dominate your local map pack and your 3-pack as well in Google search. And obviously, as the answer engine canvas, as AI mode on Google evolves to include this and becomes the new dominant search arena, this will also be updated as we learn the new rules of that equation. And also how we can audit and automate, the GBP. Then we talk about accelerating workflows with AI automation, Search Atlas Brain, and then we get into generative engine optimization. So that's the full course. And the module that's going to pertain to certification, you're going to find that in here when it's ready to go live, which I believe it could be tomorrow. At worst, it'll be early next week. But that certification module, I'll do a demo of it specifically to show you guys how to use it. But what it's going to be there for is to look at your account, analyze the way that you've used Search Atlas, and try to get you certified in each of the areas of the platform. And our plan is, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys, our plan is that anyone who goes through the certification program, let's say you get certified and we validate that you're certified for, let's say, local SEO, okay? We will maintain a list of all marketers and firms that go through the certification course for each area. So local, authority building, content, technicals, all the different areas, GEO, and we will actually give you business. So our agency, LinkGraph, we at this point we don't want to have more than 100 customers. We already have just about 100. We would frankly like fewer customers, and we'd like to have maybe about 50 customers that are each paying us about, call it a couple $100,000 a year up to $2 or $3 million a year. That is how we want our agency to work. Our goal with LinkGraph is not to build a massive, massive agency. Our goal with LinkGraph was actually just to solve the hardest search problems. That's all we want to do with LinkGraph. We want to find cool problems to really push ourselves and to really map out the more hard to reach edges of search at the most enterprise and challenging level. And so that means that we're not going to have capacity to help a lot of businesses that come our way that are in the couple $1,000 a month or a $5K a month. We really can't work with those anymore because our minimum is $10,000. And so if you get certified and you go through the system and the process, we're going to be able to give you those opportunities. So really excited about that because I think it's a great way that we're going to pour into the community and support you guys. And this is actually the inside of the course. So you come in here and we start with module 1, module 2, etc. Each of the modules is listed in here. And then at the end, we've got the white papers here for you. So look forward to sharing this with you guys. If you guys are interested in learning more about this today specifically, please join the AI Search Summit. I'm gonna be going through it again with the group, and we'll also be presenting a way for you guys to activate and get access to this course during the summit. So look forward to seeing you guys there. And also really looking forward to having you guys participate in this, get certified, and begin to advance your growth in AI search. This is an amazing industry. This is an amazing opportunity right now at this very moment. More brands right now are having trouble getting into ChatGPT and figuring out the rules of that equation. And all types of businesses, they all want to be found there. And in this course, I can confidently say, learning our guided inquiry framework, which has produced incredible results for ourselves, as well as our enterprise brands that come to us for help with this. We ourselves saw a 56% improvement in lift in our AI search visibility within about 30 days of implementing guided inquiry for ourselves. We also saw the same with a massive enterprise brand, one of the largest US-based service providers, national brand, publicly traded company that we did this for. And they also put us in competition, by the way, with several other businesses, several other marketing teams, and we smoked all of them. And so really excited to now give that to you guys so you guys can learn from what we've figured out and also be with us on this journey because, we believe that this is just the beginning. We're always going to be building from here and learning and evolving our practice and our approach, as well as the Search Atlas platform. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today for day 4. And I will see you guys at the AI Search Summit this afternoon. And until then, be merry, be wise, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.